The Schwartz is back. Orville Peck fighting in the streets. Ryan Coogler gushes for Nolan. Aronofski says nothing beats rock. And is Robert Eggers the remake guy now?
Oh, it's time for class.
Class is in session!
Roll call! Bueller?
I'm gonna be late for class.
Bueller?
Am I hallucinating here? Just what in the hell do you think you're doing?
Late for jokes.
You are mine now. You belong to me.
Did you study for the test?
No more complaining. No more Mr. Kimblett to go to the bathroom. Nothing. There is no bathroom.
Hello, classmates, and welcome to another episode of Middle Class Film Class. I'm your host for today, Joseph.
Whoops, I'm Peter.
And Tyler is nowhere to be seen.
So
I'm sure he's
Feeling good.
right about now.
that's right.
Whoa.
According to him, he's come down with a case of a summer cold.
Yeah.
Which is the worst.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
Hope you feel better, buddy.
Oh, fuck.
But he according to him, he is watching the movie of the week, and hopefully he'll be sending his thoughts in. He said he's watching it on his phone.
He's watching it in bed on his phone,
Yes.
just as
Carol Reed
and Orson Welles would have wanted it that
he
way.
Imagine being a filmmaker in 1949 and you had no idea that people would have access to watching your movie this way
Yeah.
on a little rectangle.
Maybe Ray Bradbury, anybody that read Ray Bradbury back then might think, okay, we can maybe one day. Because I swear to God, when I read Fahrenheit 451 in like junior high or whatever,
Yeah.
and I look back, even at the stuff back then that was kind of had already been come to fruition from his predictions,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, man, this guy was way ahead of his time. And then now thinking about it, I remember there was a scene in that book where they're talking about how 2 full walls had been taken up with television screens,
Yeah.
and they were installing a third wall in the room to more. And I'm like, okay, yeah, maybe that'll happen one day.
It's like Screen X.
Yeah,
Going to the movies and you're just surrounded by screen.
We have arrived. We're there.
Yeah. But
And we're burning books too, by the way.
I know we're back to burning books.
Yeah, that happened all of a sudden for some reason.
Burning and banning books, I guess.
Like John Mulaney says, I don't like these new Nazis.
Yeah. But welcome everyone else on YouTube Live and otherwise. Of course, the OG audio only classmates in podcast land. And another big thing today, it's Flag Day.
That's right.
Thank you. Thank you, all dear friends, for coming to my birthday.
That's right.
And no, we're not alluding to someone else in the world's birthday.
An orange shit stain.
Yeah.
No, it's my birthday.
No, it is Pete Abeyta's birthday.
Yeah, that's right. I have, I unfortunately shared that day. It's been tainted by that cunt.
Yes. Yes, it has. Also, we share it with Flag Day as well as
Boy George's birthday.
Boy George, and I guess maybe Jason Voorhees' birthday.
Oh, Jason Voorhees? That's Friday the 13th.
Oh, yeah, that was yesterday.
That's yesterday.
One day off.
Yeah.
And then, oh, yeah, I forgot it's been on Friday the 14th.
Yeah, Friday. Yeah. Saturday the 14th, yeah.
And also a day in sitcom history, Seinfeld sitcom history.
Oh, yeah?
The infamous Keith Hernandez spit incident.
Oh, yeah, you're right. It was 85, wasn't it?
No, it was 86.
It was 86. Okay, on my actual birthday.
On your actual birthday.
Cool. That's exciting.
Spit came in back into the left.
Whoa.
Where Keith Hernandez allegedly spit on Kramer.
Oh, yeah.
But it was a second spitter.
There was a second. I wonder if Dallas has listened to the last week's episodes yet, where we are constantly doing drops of his voice.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa.
He's a voice actor. We're getting his voice out there.
I know. We need to do more drops. I'm trying to figure out where we can fit him into the show in like a segment intro or something.
Maybe like like whenever we do trivia, just general trivia intro.
Yeah.
Something like that. General trivia segment or
Yeah, because there was I did have like an intro that I recorded. It's Middle Class Film Class movie trivia game sponsored by Cameo.
Yeah.
And it was a pre-recorded like sound drop a long time ago. Maybe we can do a re-recording with Dallas.
Oh yeah, maybe. You've got a new birthday gift, I see, wearing it right
Oh yes,
now.
my Evanescence shirt featuring Nathan Fielder here.
Nathan Fielder as Sully.
Yeah,
Captain Sully.
The life cycle of Sully.
Yeah,
There it is.
from birthing to to retirement. as an airline pilot. Landed in the Hudson River.
Yeah.
Right.
Miracle on the Hudson.
Yeah.
And Nathan Fielder landed the Miracle over the Mojave.
Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah, fantastic.
Commercial airline pilot.
If you haven't watched the rehearsal season 2 yet, or season 1, to be honest, start with season 1. But yeah, you're missing out some of the best television out there.
But how's the birthday been so far? We're like halfway through the day now.
It's good. I woke up early, as you do when you're old, and
the last year of your 30s.
That's right.
Begins.
Next year I'll be old.
Yes.
Now I'm still a youth in my mind.
Yeah.
No, my dad came down from Lincoln, and we had it's Father's Day tomorrow, and it's always my birthday near Father's Day, but this is the closest it ever is possible to be because Father's Day is the 3rd Sunday of every June, and this June Sunday was on the 1st. So the earliest Father's Day you're ever going to get is Sunday the 15th ever.
Okay.
And since it's the 14th, it's like that's a close. So we always get together for a joint celebration, Father's Day, my birthday breakfast.
Oh, okay.
So we came down here and we had pancake breakfast at the old recreation center here in Elk Grove through like the Lions Club.
Oh, I see.
Like a charity thing.
Oh, okay. Very cool. That was this morning.
Yeah, I did that this morning. And then we stopped by the nursery, picked up some plants, and then came back here. And I just did some tidying up because we're going to barbecue some pizzas after this.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Barbecue pizza.
That's right.
Pizza.
Oops, wrong one.
Ooh, pop quiz.
Pizza. Yeah. Where was the... All right, pop quiz, Joseph. Where was the inception place of pizza?
Italy.
Yeah, more specific. What city?
Napolini.
Napolini?
Is that the Napoli? That's a place, right?
I'll give it to you. It's Naples. Yeah.
Ah, cool.
But correct.
Naples.
Very good.
Any place else, it's just sparkling pizza.
Yeah. That's right.
Sparkling bread
Exactly.
with red sauce. But no, Tyler's gonna
It's okay.
miss out on that.
He's going to be sleeping. That's all right.
Well, hopefully he's sleeping.
We'll miss him. But
Finishing the movie, hopefully.
yeah, hopefully.
And send us his thoughts imminently. But yeah, other than that, anything else?
No.
Pre-gab? Anything non-movie related?
No, I don't. All I want to do from here on out is talk about movies. That's
Okay. Well, let's get into some gab and chatter then.
Find some charity, you lad. Now's the time for gab and chatter.
Gab and chatter, movie news, movie discussion topics. Anything movie related we're going to talk about right now.
Yeah.
Pete.
I'll kick us off. We have big news for fans of parody movies and Mel Brooks. Spaceballs 2 is coming back. And
just like he foretold,
the
Spaceballs 1.
The prophets foretold. That's right. Yeah. So he will be playing... what was his character's name in that? Yogurt. That's it. Yeah, Yogurt. And a couple really cool things about this. And I'm not like the biggest Mel Brooks fan. And I'm also definitely not the biggest Spaceballs fan. I like some of the scenes from it, and I like a lot of the ideas from it. But the pacing of the comedy in that era was it just doesn't have the zhuzh that the modern comedies have, and it's a little hard for me to keep my attention on it. Mm-hmm. I know that's a little sacrilege, but I can very much appreciate that Mel Brooks was a trailblazer in the comedic world. So
yeah,
mad respect to it. It's just not like something that I go like, oh, I can't wait to watch another Blazing Saddles again, or Robin Hood Men in Tights. Just doesn't hold up. Mm-hmm. All that being said, really exciting is that Rick Moranis is coming out of retirement to reprise his role as Dark Helmet.
Yeah, he got him out.
Yeah,
Mel Brooks got him out of retirement.
And the weird thing is, he didn't come back for any of the Ghostbusters sequels.
No,
they asked him. He said no.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like that's part of the news story. It was like when they said that they were, we're going to reboot this Ghostbusters franchise, and here's what's going to happen. He's like, nope, I'm out.
Yeah.
And then, but Mel Brooks, absolutely, that's a no questions asked, I think, situation.
Yeah. I have a lot of nostalgia with Mel Brooks because like my dad showed like History of the World and Spaceballs and Blazing Saddles to me at a very young age. We got a text. Yeah, so my dad showed a lot of those movies to me at a very young age. Probably not the best idea, but especially like Blazing Saddles or something.
No, it's great. Learn what the N-word is right off the bat.
Yeah. Dad, what's rape? Why does he like it so much?
Yeah. Why does that guy really like rape? Is that like grape soda?
Yeah.
Because I like grape too.
And so there's like, there's a lot of nostalgia there for me. And it's like kind of like the American Monty Python a little bit.
Yeah, I can see it.
And the jokes are definitely dated nowadays.
So it feels like vaudeville when you look back at it.
But there's a lot of jokes that still land as well. Like comb the desert.
Yeah.
Giant comb, combing the desert.
Also, we ain't seen shit.
We ain't found shit.
We ain't found shit.
But then like the very like timely, like of the time racist jokes. It's like, all right, like, oh, that guy's got a boner. Isn't that hilarious?
Yeah. Some of the stuff, and not a lot. I mean, most of the stuff that you can look back at a time with using racial slurs and things like that, I can oversee it and just kind of skim past it. You know what the era was.
Yeah.
It's almost like when you're reading, I don't know, Huckleberry Finn or something like that in, social studies or English in high school, and they're like, okay, kids, there's some words in here that are offensive, and the point is to be offensive. So, and then, and it's like you're basically given the N-word pass in class. I don't know as a kid now if you're allowed to do that as a teacher or not, but it's like a historical sort of thing. But as far as the way the jokes go, some of them are exactly like that. Look, that guy's got a boner.
Yeah. It is being directed by Josh Greenbaum, director of Barb and Star, Go to Vista Del Mar.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited now. Even more.
He's directing it, and the script is being written by Benji Sammet, Dan Hernandez, and Josh Gad. And it's being described as a non-prequel, non-reboot sequel part 2, but with reboot elements, franchise expansion film.
What the fuck? Say that again.
It's a non-prequel, non-reboot sequel part 2, but with reboot elements, franchise expansion film.
Oh, that's such a great.
We like the ring of that better than Legacy sequel.
Oh my gosh.
And then it will be suggested that the stars will have the original Bill Pullman, who played the hero Lone Star, and Rick Moranis as Dark Helmet. And then Keke Palmer is also expected to join the cast, along with Lewis Pullman, son of Bill Pullman.
Yeah, I think that's pretty cool.
And then, and originally the late John Candy starred as Chewbacca parody Barf in the original film. So there's some stuff there to look forward to. Not till 2027, though.
Interesting that's getting a reboot, and also Naked Gun with Liam Neeson.
Yeah,
it's kind of around that same era. I mean, this predates
similar parodies.
Yeah, very similar in that regard. So
yeah, so
something to look out for.
All you Spaceball fans, look out in 2027.
And then you told me about the Orville Peck thing.
Yes, Orville Peck. If anybody's familiar with Orville Peck, country, sort of alt country, more now mainstream country singer.
I like to call him a Canadian gay hipster cowboy crooner.
Yeah.
Turns out he's not Canadian. He's South African.
Yeah, we thought the whole time. Thought he was Canadian.
Yeah.
No. But we're getting another Street Fighter film, apparently.
Yeah. And
starring Orville Peck.
Orville Peck's going to be what we assume is Vega. Right? Because Orville Peck wears a mask.
Yeah,
when he performs.
A mask when he performs, and in anything he does, really.
Yeah, he's always when he's in character, because his real name is Daniel Tipout, I think it is. Pitout. I'm sorry, Daniel Pitout, who was in a bunch of like punk bands back in the day.
Yeah,
not even back in the day, but just before he became the persona of a solo act, which is Orville Peck country group.
Yeah,
and so since he appears as a masked man, he's tall and lanky. I would assume he's going to be Vega, because Vega wears a mask and he's tall and lanky.
Yeah, and he wears a mask. It's like fitting for Orville Peck. But, and he's got the stature, I feel like, of that already. He's like a fit fellow.
Yeah, he's lean and wiry and looks like he could climb on the cage, because that's what Vega used to do.
Yeah. Along with Orville Peck will be Jason Momoa. Any guess who'd be playing? Blanca?
Probably. I mean, that's a good guess.
I mean, there's another Polynesian Street Fighter, but his abilities is that he's also a sumo wrestler.
Oh, is he supposed to be Polynesian? I thought he was supposed to be Japanese, because he's a sumo wrestler.
in the Jean-Claude Van Damme movie, he's Polynesian.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Oh my gosh,
like he's so Hawaiian. Funny. But yeah, in the game, I guess he's Japanese.
He's just a sumo wrestler.
And then also Noah Centineo, who I think he was in Warfare.
I don't know.
As well. He's people know him. I don't know him. Yeah. So
the interesting thing about this movie is that it's going to be directed by Kitao Sakurai, who has an interesting catalog, mainly a writer and director, but this person directed that Eric Andre Bad Trip movie, that weird half like Man on the Streets, real life like reaction videos, and half scripted with what's that guy's name? The really funny guy, Lil Rel Howery.
Oh yeah.
Lil Rel's in that, and then he directed pretty much the entire series of the Eric Andre Show, 62 episodes of the Eric Andre Show, which is just an insane movie or show in general. So that'll be weird. And then it's written by this upcoming Street Fighter movie, Dalan Musan. Never heard of the name before.
Dalan Musan.
But that person wrote the story for the new Captain America with Anthony Mackie that just came out with Red Hulk.
Yeah.
He wrote that one, Captain America Brave New World. He wrote 6 episodes of Falcon and the Winter Soldier and that crazy Nazi steampunk movie, Iron Sky, The Coming Race. So just a weird production crew. And then Orville Peck and Jason Momoa.
Yeah. And it's being, well, yeah, you just said who it was directed by.
Yeah.
But they're like, it's the fact that we're getting another attempt at a live action Street Fighter movie. Maybe they're trying to follow the coattails of like the most recent Mortal Kombat movie.
Could be.
Because they're coming out with the second one of that, I believe.
Yeah, and Timo is directing that one.
They tried to have another Street Fighter movie in 2009, The Legend of Chun-Li, but it failed pretty badly.
Really? 09 you said?
2009, yeah.
Oh, I don't know anything about that.
Yeah.
It's because they didn't have Jason Momoa in it.
Yeah, I don't even know what Jason Momoa was doing at the time. Game of Thrones? When did Game of Thrones come out? I don't remember. So yeah, so look forward to that. I don't think there's any more details about that, any release dates or anything, but
oh, I was wrong. Timo is not directing Mortal Kombat 2, but he commented on it, and he's another like action director. And Simon McQuoid is directing the second one, which I believe he did the first one. Yeah, he directed the first one.
Oh, okay.
But Carl Urban is in the second Street Fighter,
Johnny Cage,
Mortal Kombat one. Which, yeah, he's coming back. He's coming as Johnny Cage.
Was there a Johnny Cage in the?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah, Kano stole the show in the first one.
That's right. If anybody, he would have been that because he's already Australian.
I think he died. I think Kano died though.
Yeah.
In the first one, and then also they had a new character that wasn't in the games. Like I can't remember the guy's name. It was somebody that he didn't care about.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm looking forward to if you're fans of Orville Peck and his music. Well, now he's going to be a movie star in a video game adaptation.
Yeah, if you don't watch Orville Peck or you're not listening to Orville Peck, you should. The dude's awesome.
Yeah, it's got quite a voice on him.
Hey, Tyler's in the chat.
Yeah, he said LOL.
What are you laughing out loud at, Tyler?
Oh my god!
Oh, fuck. Yeah. I'm gay.
Hi, Tyler. Anyways, all right. So what's next? What was up on the Orville Peck?
We have Robert Eggers.
Oh yeah, Robert Eggers is doing
another remake,
Christmas Carol,
the king of remakes now. The Nosferatu,
and the rest,
and now this.
Yeah, I was gonna say I saw someone on Twitter say, "How many movies until he becomes the remake guy?" I say one more. Yeah, one more. If he does another one, then it's a trend.
I mean, he's got Labyrinth also.
If it happens
in the docket,
yeah. I know he actually did comment on it, but until that happens, we'll see.
So yeah, I mean, that was sort of announced, and then this is also now announced. So it would be 3 if it all goes according to plan.
I figure 6 out of 10 people on the street who know nothing about movies, if you ask him who's he going to cast as Ebenezer Scrooge, they'd say Willem Dafoe.
Probably.
Yeah.
All right. Who would we say would be the ghosts of Christmas past, present, and future? Ralph Ineson is one of them.
Ralph Ineson is definitely going to, or maybe he's his business partner, Bob Cratchit.
Oh, yeah.
Is it Cratchit? Is that the business partner? Or is that Tiny Tim's dad?
That is
Bob Cratchit's the good one, right?
Bob Cratchit is the...
No, he's his employee, but there's a business partner who dies before him.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Isn't it Waldorf in a story?
Yeah.
Or Marley and Marley.
Christmas Carol. Let's see. Oh, it's something Marley. Carol. Let's see who the characters are. All I know is that like weird, pale looking like floaty ghost in the Muppet version.
It's like the introduction of the ghosts.
Yeah, she comes to him. That's Anya.
Anya?
Anya Taylor-Joy.
Oh, you're saying that? Oh,
She's gonna play that one.
Yeah.
Let's see. Bob Cratchit. Tiny Carolo. Tiny Tim. Timothy Chalamet. Like we should put his head on like a puppet body.
Oh yeah.
Like what's in the Gerhard from that 30 Rock
yeah.
clip we played.
Fezziwig. I feel like Bob Cratchit. If Timothy Chalamet wasn't it, he would be Bob Cratchit. Probably.
It could be good. It could be them. I thought Bob Cratchit is supposed to be more like an adult.
Well, Timothy Chalamet's like in his 30s now.
He's still like a child. He's like an otter, like a wet otter. He's always going to be like a child.
Mm-hmm.
Tyler says, if Alan Rickman was alive, he would be the ghost of Christmas past.
So we got Marilyn Manson as...
Oh, that would be great. Marilyn Manson.
Yeah, if he wasn't like a
weirdo rapist. Yeah.
Right?
A rapist.
Some sort of rapist.
Let's see. Who else? The ghost. What about the Merry Ghost? It could be John Goodman.
The present?
Yeah,
that's,
the one.
That's the Ghost of Christmas Present.
I think that is, yeah. I think, and that he's like the happy one. That could be John Goodman. And my only reference is the Muppet Christmas Carol.
I know that's like who I'm thinking of. That's like in my head. That's the original.
Yeah.
Who's gonna play Rizzo? Who's gonna play Gonzo?
I think the Ghost of Christmas Future, like the death one.
You never see their face.
No, not in that version.
It's always like a Reaper.
But it's like a Reaper. I'm gonna say Bill Skarsgård.
Oh yeah,
yeah, that would be great.
And Alexander Skarsgård plays.
He could be Bob Cratchit.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Actually, just get the whole family in there. Just get
Kate Dickey is the mom.
Okay,
of course.
Yeah,
she's in The Witch
and
The Northman.
Yeah.
Maybe they could shoehorn Bjork in there.
Yeah, somewhere.
Just because.
Yeah, she was in The Northman.
Yeah, I think she was in The Northman mainly because of the proximity of the story. And it fits because Iceland. They're in Iceland basically when it happens.
Yeah, let's get Bjork in here. She's a weirdo. Right?
Yeah, for this British movie.
So yeah, Robert Eggers looking to direct a Christmas Carol remake. I don't care how many remakes of Christmas Carol there are. If Robert Eggers is attached, I will definitely watch it. But in my heart, it's only the Muppets.
I saw a post that said they should have Dafoe as Ebenezer Scrooge and then just all Muppets.
That's just Michael Caine.
He just replaces Michael Caine and it's still all Muppets.
Yeah.
But they don't call it a Muppet Christmas Carol.
Wasn't there a really depressing version of it that came out?
It was one of my streaming picks. It was on Hulu. Yeah, I don't know if it still is, but Guy Pearce plays Scrooge.
It was like a special or a miniseries.
Yeah, it was like I want to say it was a 3 or 4 episode special, and it was about 45 minutes long each.
Mm-hmm.
It was great.
Yeah.
Very dark.
Okay.
Like they go into how Scrooge's his miserly penny pinching ways caused like the mines to collapse that he owned and like killed women and children that were working in the mines, and like whole families were just destroyed.
They put the lore in.
Yeah, it was all of it. And it went back to how he was molested as a child and his father sold him into basically sex servitude.
Good Lord.
Yeah, it's really crazy. It's very dark, but
oh man,
Eggers is gonna have to one up that now.
Yeah.
They're gonna have to show it all.
But Willem Dafoe is eyed for Ebenezer Scrooge, of course. Chris Columbus, director of Home Alone, is set to produce, or attached to produce.
Interesting.
And
all the Harry Potters. He directed a bunch of the Harry Potters.
Jacob Marley is the guy.
That's it.
Jacob Marley.
It's Bob's cousin.
Yeah. So, Willem Dafoe is the only person who's, as far as I know, in the cast.
That's a safe bet.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. What else do we have? We had some Coogler love too, right?
Yeah, Ryan Coogler showing love to Christopher Nolan once again, showing his appreciation because he helped him out a lot in advising him on how to use how to work with IMAX cameras for Sinners. He included Christopher Nolan in the special thanks of the credits. Mm-hmm. Spoiler alert.
It would be interesting to see. He should have given advice to the guy from Audience of One.
Oh yeah,
using large format cameras.
Yeah, that would have been hilarious.
Yeah, and then also, you told me this. I've heard that Coogler says he's not making a sequel to Sinners.
Ryan Coogler has no interest in making a sequel, and there was a couple of weeks ago where there was like an announcement, like whatever the studio was, I think it was Warner Brothers that did Sinners, saying that a sequel was going ahead without Ryan Coogler.
That's bullshit.
And it would be like already disrespectful because Coogler had no sequel in mind when he made this movie.
Yeah.
Which I love that idea because that movie is great enough to stand completely on its own without any further context. Because like people who want more context to the characters or the world or whatever, prequels or whatever, they're just greedy. There's greedy little bastards who want that information just spoon fed into their heads. They can't use their imaginations.
Well, I can't wait to watch it, and
Yeah.
I know it's still in theaters. I've been so busy. My front yard and my backyard have fallen into disrepair because I've been so busy. Haven't been in the movie theaters more than twice this entire year. I saw Nosferatu and Warfare this year. That's it.
Yeah.
And what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, could go see Sinners, but I'm not. I could rent it, but I won't because I have the 4K on the way. I'm waiting to watch that full screen with Brianna, full blast volume.
Whenever it
Pants off.
ships out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't
Can't
know
wait.
when that happens. Yeah. Sinners, so far, best movie of the year.
And then we'll talk about your second one later. And then lastly, Aronofsky is already planning on working again with The Rock. Smashing Machine is not even out yet, and he already wants him back.
Well, the Smash Machine is Safdie.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, then what did he work on last with, The Rock?
No, he didn't work on anything.
Oh, I thought he was
It's A24 who's getting another Rock movie.
Got it.
Because
Smashing Machine is Safdie.
yeah, it's
A24.
Benny Safdie.
Got it.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
We got to see him in Smash Machine
know.
as a dramatic
Insane.
role.
Yeah.
And now Darren Aronofsky, who is is Darren Aronofsky, getting maybe he saw a preview of Smashing Machine or something and is like, you know what, he's got something going on for him.
Yeah.
Because I don't think there's any other dramatic roles that Rock has ever done.
I mean, he's done kind of half drama, half action movies, but still really action, not like serious emotive, you know.
Yeah.
Bruce is in the chat. He's at the No Kings protest in Georgia.
Currently, you're watching us live from the Capitol.
I don't know if he's still there, but like an
okay.
hour ago, I saw his post and I'm like, yeah, buddy, out there representing.
Yeah. I guess they also have a time jump ahead of us.
Yeah, that's true. He could be already could have pepper sprayed and cleaned his eyes out by then.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I'm not holding my breath for the Rock performance.
Yeah, for the Smashing Machine?
No.
Yeah, I guess we'll
I'm still going to watch it, but I don't really have a whole lot of hope that it's going to be Rock taking home the Oscar or anything.
So you got one hand, you got The Rock in it as a dramatic role, but then the other hand, you got Benny Safdie
Fuck yeah.
directing it. So it's like you have two opposite sort of ends of the spectrum of, I'm going to watch it because he's attached, but I'm like scared because he's attached.
I'm also very curious though. I mean, it could be a Truman Show moment, you know?
Yeah, could be.
So I think that's all of our stories we got.
Yeah. That was a rapid fire. Of
Yeah, it was good.
Several different things.
Look, we're under 30 minutes too.
Look at
how
that.
long the show's supposed to be.
You hear that, Tyler? Just kidding. Let's get on to some stream picks.
Movies.
Wanna watch a movie?
Yes, I do.
Disney Plus, HBO Max.
If I don't get the pick, show's over.
I have grown accustomed to Hulu Plus.
Amazon Prime.
I like Netflix.
Stream picks. Movies that we watched on our streaming services that we will either recommend or not recommend to you to watch or not watch. Pete.
Oh boy.
You have a lot or a little?
I got a few.
Okay.
But
or they're really bad.
No, I just spoiled Tyler's review of this Third Man to myself, and I'll wait till the end. He gave it 2 stars. Tyler, what the fuck? Crack it up.
Oh, fuck.
All right. So, anyways, I'm gonna go through my movies I watched this week.
He watched it through a tainted vision, though.
Yeah,
on his
with a fever on his phone.
He's prone.
Yeah,
sick on his phone.
Yeah,
probably via TikTok somehow.
Yes,
somebody uploaded The Third Man to TikTok.
He didn't even turn his phone sideways. He left it in vertical format.
Yeah, exactly. Getting a third of the image.
So I talked about Predator Killer of Killers last week. So that was my last one, and Under the Rainbow. Okay, so after last week's show, I watched a couple of detective movies to fit in with the theme of Detective June.
Yep.
I watched a modern one, which was based off of one of the most famous detectives of all time, Sherlock Holmes from 2009, directed by Guy Ritchie. And this is like, it does have legitimately has a good mystery behind it.
Mm-hmm.
You're thinking, is this a fantastical black magic sort of thing? Is it is it a real, is it like set in the real world, actually things that you can explain and you can deduce based off a detective thing, or is it really just magic or something of that nature, supernatural,
Yeah.
So that's interesting. I liked that part of it. And I didn't expect there to be, even though it's a Sherlock Holmes movie, all I heard about it was, oh yeah, it's like a big, boisterous, Sherlock Holmes is a bare knuckle boxer. And I'm like, I don't know if that's what I think of Sherlock Holmes.
Mm-hmm.
When I watched it with Brianna, as I do most of my movies, and she says that in various versions, I don't know if it's always like this in the book, but in various versions of the shows over the years and the movies over the years, he's been like addicted to heroin or morphine or something like that, and like kind of a ne'er-do-well.
Mm-hmm.
Not the like stuffy British, my dude, what's in, blah, 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 he's not like that. Like,
He has a flaw.
yeah, he's just a kind of a piece of shit that's also a good detective.
Yeah.
And this, what I've known about him from my childhood is that he's just a very smart guy who's very educated and has an interesting way of logicking and deducing through things.
Mm-hmm.
But none of that other stuff there. So, I mean, maybe this is more true to the reality of it, but it's just kind of a big, loud movie about something that doesn't need to be a big, loud movie. So,
It's Guy Ritchie.
yeah, it's Guy Ritchie. And not all his stuff is super. This is like about as large scale as I've seen from him. Most of his stuff are loud characters, but not loud things. And this one has like buildings are being destroyed, and it's like
an action movie.
Yeah, it's like an Avengers movie, but it's set in England in like the 1920s or something. So like they go to a shipyard, and through this chain of events fight with this guy, this huge ship that they're building, like a transport vessel over, like intercontinental transport vessel, gets destroyed off of the dry dock, off of the slip, and completely almost kills a bunch of people, and it flows out into the ocean and then sinks out there.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, this is all from two tiny people fighting on the dock, and all this stuff happens.
They caused this.
Yeah, so it's very like way over the top, and that's not necessarily a bad thing, but I liked it well enough. It was interesting, and RDJ is perfectly charismatic in it. And
How's his British accent?
I honestly couldn't even remember if he had one or not. It almost feels like he's just being himself.
Okay.
Rachel McAdams is in it. She's great. Mark Strong is in it. He's the villain. He's great. Jude Law plays Watson, and he's great too. I mean, you could take this for what it is, but if you take it at face value for what it is, it's pretty good. It's entertaining.
It's very stylized.
Yeah, super stylized and super over the top. This is it's like a well-made mid-movie, like it's not really saying anything super special or super groundbreaking or impactful.
It's not historical.
Has no weight
drama.
behind it. I think it's trying to do some of that.
Oh, okay.
But it's, I don't know.
It's like watching Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, I think so. I think maybe the third Pirates of the Caribbean where you start losing some of the charm of it.
I feel like the composer is the same, but I don't know. The music sounds similar to me.
Let's see. Casting.
I don't know. Oh, it was Hans Zimmer who did Pirates, so I don't know if he did.
I'm checking right now.
Sherlock.
It is Hans Zimmer.
Oh, is it? Okay.
I mean, that's a safe bet. So yeah, it's not bad. I mean, you could do a whole lot worse, and it's streaming on Max right now. So it'd be a good kind of afternoon movie or something. Maybe put down with the kids because it is mostly kid appropriate. Okay, so that's Sherlock Holmes 2009, streaming on Max. Next up, detective movie Miller's Crossing from 1990. This is a Coen Brothers movie. They did Blood Simple, Raising Arizona, then Miller's Crossing. So this is our third feature. And Gabriel Byrne has never been cooler. He's the dad from Hereditary.
He's the devil in End of Days.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
And he's fucking cool as shit in this.
Okay.
And he's Irish, I think, in this.
I think he's Irish in real life.
I think he is. And he's really fucking cool.
I think he's related to David Byrne.
They look about the same. Maybe.
I'm gonna look it up real quick.
I don't think David Byrne is Irish though.
No, I don't think so.
I think he's
David Byrne and Gabriel Byrne brothers.
Brothers? I don't think he's Irish. I think he's autistic. David Byrne.
They are not related.
Damn it. Son of a bitch. Okay, so here's the cast. Gabriel Byrne, Marcia Gay Harden, John Turturro, John Polito, J.E. Freeman. Albert Finney plays a really cool part in this. He plays like a kind of a mob heavy, but he's kind of he's more of a businessman than a mobster, but at one point there's a hit on his life, and he basically turns the beast mode on and is just a fucking absolute badass in this. This is a very, very cool, very cool detective movie. But it's kind of interesting because Gabriel Byrne is, so I'll read the synopsis. 1929, a political boss and his advisor have a parting of the ways when they both fall for the same woman. So it's not really about the detective. He's a kind of a strong man for this for Albert Finney's character, and he has a relationship with Marcia Gay Harden, but the mob boss, political man, whatever, the politician, he ends up actually hooking up with her as a established girlfriend. Gabriel Byrne and her just hooked up in the past, and she's kind of loosey-goosey all over town, and then all of a sudden Albert Finney is like locking her down as a wife. Mm-hmm. And there's some overlap there, and her brother is John Turturro, and he's a real piece of shit. So it's more like a mobster movie than a detective movie, but is there a mystery? Yeah, there's a mystery aspect to it, but it's more specifically about, he feels like that down on its luck private detective, and I think he actually is a PI in it, but he's not. I don't know. It's kind of like he's solving his own mystery because there's all these people after him instead of him trying to help someone else. And you know how in The Big Lebowski is constantly being told, if you do this for me, I'll pay you. If you do this for me, I'll pay you. So he's like got 5 different people asking him for help. Mm-hmm. And they all kind of overlap with each other, but they don't 100% fully overlap. It's like the Venn diagram of these 5 different circles, and Lebowski's in the middle. Mm-hmm. That's how it is with Gabriel Byrne in this. And he's really fucking cool. So,
Miller's Crossing.
Miller's Crossing, yeah.
Where are the Miller's Crossing?
And let's see where this is streaming. I think I had to rent it. Yep, it's a $4 rental. Online anywhere. And I'm almost through my entire Coen Brothers catalog. I'm trying to think. This may be my last one. Let me see here. We got Joel Coen officially listed as the director. I've seen No Country, Fargo, Big Lebowski, Burn After Reading, Llewyn Davis, True Grit, Tragedy of Macbeth, Raising Arizona, Ballad of Buster Scruggs, Oh Brother We're Out There, Hail Caesar, Serious Man, Blood Simple, Barton Fink, Miller's Crossing, The Lady Killer, terrible, Intolerable Cruelty, mid, Hudsucker Proxy, The Man Who Wasn't There, and I think the last one is Paris J'Aime. Never even.
That's like that's an anthology movie.
Is it? Sweet. I think this finished off my entire.
Are you counting like solo efforts?
That was Tragedy of Macbeth.
Yeah,
I've seen that too, but I mean I don't think that really counts.
Yeah,
but this is really good. I think this is a great moody piece, and Gabriel Byrne is, like I said, just one of the coolest fucking people alive in this.
When
movie.
was this released?
1990.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it's people say that it like reinvents the way that the language of the noir or the language of this like period piece. Mm-hmm. I don't know about all that. It feels like a Coen Brothers movie set in that era, which maybe at the time was a visionary and groundbreaking, all that stuff. But Blood Simple feels like more of a straight ahead mystery thriller than this. This is more like a Coen Brothers movie wrapped in a mystery thriller or a detective noir. So, anyways, Miller Crossing, high recommend, very good. Another detective movie, starring Nicolas Cage from 1999, 8mm.
Oh yeah,
you seen that one?
Yeah.
This is weird. This movie's wild.
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
I mean, it's about a smut film or a snuff film, right?
Snuff film, yeah. It's about
the girl in the tape.
Nicolas Cage is a private detective who's hired to determine if a snuff film that's been found in the belongings of a recently deceased millionaire is real or not.
Mm-hmm.
Is it real? The woman in the tape is killed on camera, and he has to determine if it's real or if it's a fake snuff film, which apparently is a very popular thing, as you find out through the movie.
Yeah.
So takes a deep dive into the world of adult films.
Underground,
and has a big part for a very young Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah,
he plays the worker at the smut shop. It's adult film shop, and he's essentially shepherding Nicolas Cage's character through this world.
Who directed this?
Let's see. I think this was Joel Schumacher.
Oh,
yeah. Which is a little anti-characteristic to the other movies that he's directed.
He did the Batman movie?
He did 2 of them.
2 of the bad ones?
He did Falling Down, Lost Boys.
Oh, Falling Down's great.
The Phantom of the Opera with Gerard Butler. The number 23.
What a weird career.
A Time to Kill, which I love. Is so over the top and great. And then the Batman Forever and Batman and Robin, I think. Yeah. So 8mm you also have to rent. I will just say it's worth it if you don't mind that topic. If you're like immediately turned off by the thought of pornography or like on-screen simulated sex or bondage or any of that stuff. If that's like, no, I don't want that in my house. Then stay.
It opens portals
very far away from this.
That and Matrix Reloaded.
Yeah. So, but if you're just like, oh, that sounds like insane. That sounds wild. You know, I don't condone that, but it's like whatever. You know, people.
I was being like edged the whole time.
That's right. And there's a character named The Machine who I will never forget in this. So.
You try to not jerk off while you're watching this movie.
That's a hard mode.
Did you like it?
I liked it. Yeah, okay. It was good. It was good.
It was a good mystery.
Yeah, it was a good mystery. I'd probably give it like a 3.5, maybe.
I remember watching it. I can't remember what the conclusion was.
It was real.
Yeah, okay.
Spoiler. It was real.
Oh, fuck.
You think the whole time it's real, and then you again later on you think it's real, and then you find out it is real, and then you're like, this whole thing sucks.
Yeah.
Everybody in this movie sucks. James Gandolfini's in this. Peter Stormare is in this.
Oh yeah.
A lot of people. But like when I saw Joaquin Phoenix, I'm like, what? This guy with the short shirt.
What?
Exactly. Another detective movie I watched, which I didn't like, The Long Goodbye, 1973.
Long Goodbye.
Starring Elliot Gould, who is...
Elliot Gould.
I do not like him in this.
Elliot Gould.
It's streaming... In Ocean's 11, he's the rich benefactor that they get.
Oh, yeah.
You better know what you're doing.
He like overdoses or fakes the...
No, that's the guy, that's Saul, who's on his team.
Oh, okay.
He's the guy who's by the pool with the big glasses that owns the casino.
Oh, yeah.
You go against Terry Benedict, you got to know what you're doing. He's that guy.
Yeah.
He's great in Ocean's 11. In this, man, I can't get on board with him. He's so annoying. I do not like him. Streaming on Amazon Prime, Hoopla, Criterion Channel, Pluto TV. This is listed on like the top 25 detective movies of all time. And he's playing Detective Marlowe, who's apparently he's a literary detective from, I think that, who was the writer who I mentioned last week who wrote The Maltese Falcon and all that stuff. He was born in like 1880.
Oh, I don't remember his name.
I can't remember his name. Robert Sterling or something like that. Anyways.
Robert Altman?
No.
Okay, that's the director of this movie.
Yeah. So I think Marlowe, the character of the Detective Marlowe, he's like, it's supposed to be the same character. It's definitely an homage to that character because I know that
John Huston.
No, John Huston directed all those movies.
Yeah,
he directed. He's the guy that wrote
the writers of Maltese Falcon. John Huston and Dashiell Hammett.
No, it was a book that was based off of that. It was all those old detective books back in the day.
Oh, okay.
So, anyways, look up the Chinatown.
Oh, Chinatown Rider.
No, because Chinatown Rider, that was a
detective books. Raymond Chandler.
That's it, Raymond Chandler. Thank you, Heather. So anyways, I think Raymond Chandler wrote the character of Detective Marlowe, and there was a movie that came out recently with Liam Neeson playing that character of Marlowe. I thought that was a good one.
Isn't it called Marlowe?
It's called Marlowe, yeah. So Elliot Gould plays a character whose name is Philip Marlowe. Don't know if it's supposed to be the same guy or not, but he's like living in L.A. and he's a known, kind of playboy private detective, and he helps one of his friends who just did something bad. He doesn't know what. Skip town and go to Tijuana. Yep. So he gives him a drive down there, whatever, and then the fuzz comes to his house and tries to strong arm him, and he says, "Oh, your friend who you helped skip town?" He's like, "I know what you're talking about." "Oh yeah, because he just killed somebody. You're an accessory to murder now." He's like, "Oh, fucking that sucks."
Oh well, that sucks.
Yeah, that sucks. And then at the same time that's going down, he gets hired to find this rich woman's like husband, who is prone to disappearing randomly when he goes on a bender, and he finds him at a mental institution, and he's like kind of being held against his will, and they're like taking his money because he's a millionaire.
Oh,
so there's some interesting kind of storyline plots, but man, I hate Elliot Gould in this. You really do.
Is it the acting or just the character?
He's so both.
Oh, okay,
both. I think there's times when it works, but for the most part, I just found myself very annoyed.
He's just an annoying character.
Yeah, and the actor too. Just the way he portrays him. I don't know. I think he's supposed to be a cool guy, like sex symbol guy, but I don't buy it.
He's unlikable.
Yeah, he's unlikable.
Isn't he also Elliot Gould? Isn't he American History X? No, that's not him. The stepdad or the boyfriend that
I can't remember who that was in that movie, but I don't think it was him. I'll look it up later. So you can, I don't know, watch that or don't watch it. But
it was him.
Oh,
he's Murray. Yeah, that's his character's name in American History.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I'm not going to spend any time on these movies, but we did a mini Pauly Shore marathon. I revisited Biodome.
Okay.
Dear God, that's bad. I don't remember it being that bad.
It is really bad, but it is a nostalgic nugget.
Yeah, I watched that a lot when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I was 10 when I came out, and I think I found it when I was like 12. It was very formative.
Squirrely!
Yeah. It was like just loud noises for a young kid, And there's some gems in it, but fuck, they're few and far between.
One of my stims is Purple Sticky Punch.
Yep, Purple Sticky Punch.
Yeah.
What's your name? Purple Sticky Punch. And I think Stephen Baldwin is
at his best
quietly underrated in this movie. He's so stupid. But and then I watched In the Army Now, which came 2 years prior, 1994. And that's actually, I still like that movie. I still think it's good. Lori Petty's in it. Andy Dick is in it, maybe at his best.
Andy Dick.
And who else was Dave Allen Greer?
Oh yeah.
So them four, and then Isai Morales, who is the villain in the new Mission Impossible movies, is in it too.
Really?
Yeah, he's young in that. So, Heather says The Long Goodbye is not a faithful adaptation. I completely get that. It looks like they took, if it is an adaptation, which apparently it is. They took just the threadbare elements of that. So those are those. But I do have one very cool recommendation that's not a detective movie.
Okay. Good
luck trying to find this movie. It says it's streaming on Prime. I don't know if that's really true because I couldn't find this fucking thing anywhere. I ended up having to find it on like a Internet Archives, whatever.
Okay.
It's from 2018. It's Indian. It's called Tumbad. Tumbbad. Tumbad. Yeah. And this is a folklore horror movie.
Where'd you find this movie?
We got recommended on a few like horror lists.
Oh, okay.
Brianna had it on her list. I had it on my list, and she's working her way. She actually has the discipline to, when her watch list gets too long, she will just blow through all of them and then get it down to 0.
Oh, really?
It's amazing. When I see like on her letterbox, I'm like, where are all these fucking movies you're watching? Where are these? Because I'm clearing my watch list out.
Huh.
And most of them are like 2 stars, 1.5, 3. This is like a 4-star, really interesting and unique horror movie. I'll read the synopsis. India, 1918. On the outskirts of Tumbad, a cursed village where it always rains, Vinayak, along with his mother and his brother, care for a mysterious old woman who keeps the secrets of an ancestral treasure that Vinayak gets obsessed with later in life. So that... Heather says it is on Prime. Cool, awesome. So it basically starts out the family. It's like two young boys and the mom, and they're taking care of this old woman chained up in their house.
Oh,
and she is like a melted creature.
Oh,
like she's been alive for hundreds of years, maybe. Who knows? And you don't know the origin of her. You don't know why, but they're basically tasked with feeding her. And that's all you know.
Humans?
No, just whatever, slop.
Big Macs?
They like squirt it into her mouth. Yeah, Big Macs. And him and his brother are like trying to, they don't know why, but the mom is constantly like, we got to take care of her. We gotta, don't go in there without me. And
she loves lasagna.
And then like flash forward 15 years later, he's an adult and they've left that house because for whatever reason, like the king that she was indentured to or whatever died. So they leave,
cursed,
move away, the mother. And then he comes back 15 years later to basically check on the old woman and like go into figure out what, I don't know what it is. Oh, hey, what's up, Michael? How you doing, buddy? Angry Otter's in the chat. Thanks for the well wishes and the happy birthdays, everybody. And he goes back and she's still there, alive.
Oh.
Barely. She's in a very different state than she was 15 years ago, but she's still there.
Talking about mother's guilt.
Yeah. But the mom is no longer with the son. He's just going back as his own adult, and there's this old woman there still. And
I'm imagining a goopy mess.
Like no, it's more like a zombie. It's almost like what the mom looked like in the basement of Dead Alive.
Oh, okay.
Like that.
Yeah.
But more monstrous.
I'm Jabba the Hutt.
No, not big. Just a normal old woman.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but just slimy and falling apart.
Like Hellraiser.
Kind of. It's like a zombie.
Okay.
Like a zombie falling apart. Anyways, so the whole point of this is that, and I'm not going to ruin what it is because you learn more about it as it goes on, but it's all a folk tale kind of based around the opening of the movie tells a story about the God that created the universe, and then she created hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of other gods.
Mm-hmm.
And one of them was this God I've never heard of before. And it says, you never heard of this God because the point is to forget this God. And when you
don't say it, don't think it.
Yeah, pretty much.
And it's bye-bye, man.
It's like once you say their name, this God's name, it comes for you or something like that.
Oh.
And it's like, and all the other gods, this other God was stealing from the other gods. So they banished it back into the mother God. And it lives in the womb of the mother God, the original God.
Very Greek-like.
Yeah, it's very interesting. So there's this whole graphic at the beginning that tells all about all that, and then it goes into the story of this family. So
interesting. It's like a cultural horror.
Yeah, folklore.
Kind of reminded me of Vigil. Is that what it's called? The Jewish.
Yes, with the demon, the
guy has to wait all night. With the dead.
Pretty much.
Woman.
Yeah, it's similar to that, I guess, in that sense where it's like this is a part of this culture's storytelling past.
Yeah,
and it's a creature that exists or the demon that exists.
Mm-hmm.
And the man, after he visits the house, he becomes rich.
Oh.
And you don't know how. And the part of that story unfolding is from that. So there's some visuals in this that were like, holy shit, what the fuck? This is really...
Produced well?
Yes, highly produced. Okay. Very well produced. It looks great. Like
Toombad.
Toombad.
How do you spell it?
Tumbad. BBAD.
2018 film.
Yeah, and it's on Prime. I would say for like people who are into horror movies, folk horror, or just in general horror, or unique character design, unique creatures, that sort of stuff, watch Toombad. It's not necessarily the greatest thing you're going to see, and I don't think the graphics always hold up, but it doesn't matter. It's like you're hearing a story that someone's telling about this religion and the monsters that reside within the religion.
As per Variety, re-release of Venice cult horror film Toombad scares up repeat business at Indian box office as sequel is confirmed.
Ooh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I could see how there's a sequel to this.
Yeah.
So anyways, that's apparently streaming on Prime, and it's really worth your watch. 2018 Toombad.
Cool.
That's it.
All right. I only have a few. I only watched bangers this week.
Oh, cool.
Just a little preview. First one was a rewatch. Nacho Libre.
Ah, fun.
Streaming on Apple TV, Paramount Plus via Apple TV. Jack Black playing is a descendant of a Mexican and a Scandinavian, which explains why he's there.
Why he's so white.
Why he's there in Mexico with it looking like Jack Black but speaking Spanish. And he has dreams of becoming a luchador but it goes against the church and religion because it's all about those wrestlers fight for vanity. They're false idols. But Jack Black is an honorable man and fights for the orphans, as it turns out. And it's a Jared Hatz movie. If you like Napoleon Dynamite, this is even more. It's more obvious of a comedy than Napoleon Dynamite is. Napoleon Dynamite is more like a what is this type of comedy?
Yeah.
But I still find hilarious. But Nacho Libre, 5 out of 5 in my book.
It's one of the greatest G-rated comedy movies too. Like you can watch it with anybody.
Yeah. Filmed in an actual Mexican village with like actual like the people of the village in the extras and cast and everything.
My life is good. Really good. There's so many good one-liners in that too. My dad loves Nacho Libre.
Yeah, really, really good. And then for catch up, I played a little catch up this week. I caught up with Predator, Killer of Killers.
Oh, baby.
From Pete's, as per Pete's recommendation.
Yeah.
This is the second best movie I've seen this year.
Hell yeah.
Straight to streaming on Hulu. This is a really
so fun.
Really good movie.
Yeah.
This is a really entertaining, really violent. The animation style is really dope. And I like the callback at the very end
in the case.
Very end.
Yeah.
Won't spoil anything. And I like the fact that it opens the door for another one.
Yeah.
Because it's an anthology, but not really an anthology because it all takes place within the same world, and it gives you more context or I guess lore. If you have, I guess I've never read the comic books or anything, but like the Predator's capabilities in like their technology and what they can do, and how they like get access to these different warriors in different time periods. I mean, it goes through the Vikings, as we mentioned, and a samurai, and a modern day like World War One.
I think it's World War One.
Yeah, World War One.
Dogfighter pilot.
Engineer, yeah, dogfighter pilot. And their ingenuity and like their ways of battling and fighting, and all just really, really solid, and all culminates into this sort of very climactic.
Did it remind you of Gady Prime?
Yeah, a little bit. There was a chanting there.
Yeah.
I was like, this is Phaedras's birthday.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. We just need it shot in IR and we're good.
Yeah. It's really, really just entertaining, and solid storytelling. And I love the Predators. I love like the fight sequences were just really long and really entertaining.
It was cool how they had like a manual switch on that guy's like super puncher arm.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, he just pulls a lever? It's like a cartoon.
Yeah.
There
was a small little callback, or maybe it was a reference or homage to like Independence Day at the very, very end when he's on the ship. He's trying to figure it out.
Oh, does he turn the note upside down? I don't know.
It was just like that scene itself, like him trying to figure it out.
Yeah. It felt very reminiscent.
Yeah. But the Predator designs were really cool. I like the different sizes and types of Predators.
Yeah, you're like, this is a big fucker.
This guy's big. This guy's got no dreads.
I'm glad you liked it.
Yeah, super entertaining. Really, and I'm looking forward to whatever comes out of this one. Streaming on Hulu, high recommend.
Heather says she really loved the vignettes. They were great, but was a little disappointed with the final segment. I was feeling that for a while until like the Viking makes the connection. I won't say what it is, but once she changes her perception of some of the characters, I was like, okay, I like the tie-in. It really makes that character something more than what she was. Yeah.
And the language barriers was all really good story elements to include and to increase the tension. So that's streaming on Hulu. Really high recommend. And then the best movie of the week that I watched, detective movie, is streaming on Tubi. Memories of Murder.
Ooh, yeah.
And this was really fucking good. Like based on a true story. The a real case in Korea, directed by Bong Joon-ho, and about a serial rapist killer, and these like schmuck cops who you don't like really. They don't seem like they're that great at their job.
They're good at kicking though.
Yeah, one of them is definitely good at kicking. And just good at like we got the guy already. Good job, everybody. And without going into further, they're trying to get people to confess that they did it. They're just like beating people to say what they want them to say.
Yeah,
and like, you did it, didn't you? And then they just say yes because they don't want to get beaten anymore. It was a really good mystery, and up until I think 2019, it was a really good mystery because the real life case, they didn't find the guy. And I love the ending. It was it was like bleak and eye opening at the same time, and really solid performances. It felt like Seven a little bit, but not as theatrical as Seven is.
Yeah.
And I like the all of the hints and clues they get about, like, it's always raining, this song is always playing on the radio, and them trying to like basically do stakeouts on those nights and like call state of emergencies whenever it's happening, and then try to find where this guy's going to strike next. It was a really, really solid and entertaining movie with kind of a bleak ending. Memories of Murder.
It's surprising. Like, I don't know. It feels like one of these movies that the genre switches so many times a little bit. Like, just because some of the scenes are clearly written to be funny.
Yeah, very lighthearted.
Yeah, and but the mystery is it keeps you on the edge of your seat for sure. And then when you find out it's a true story, you're like, oh fuck.
Yeah. And Bong Joon-ho blends that really well in his movies. Blends the comedy in his movies really well. Like Parasite is like it's a really bizarre thriller, but there's elements of comedy in it that you can't help but laugh at it. And the characters in Memories of Murder they feel so incompetent sometimes. When the guy just like runs up and drop kicks somebody, it's like you can't help but laugh.
Well, the other part of it is that in that culture, you're trained with judo. Like, that is I think it's judo or taekwondo, one of the two. Brianna was saying that, South Korea, it's mandatory military service, and they train you in martial arts. So it's very common for everybody to fight with basic martial arts stuff.
Yeah.
Instead of punching someone, you might get kicked, which doesn't really happen in America.
Yeah, I can imagine just running up and just kicking somebody down.
All right, let's go. Me and you are fighting. First move is a kick to the head.
Yeah. And like they would just like kick people out of their chair as they were just sitting there, and then just like, yeah.
I saw this at the same time that I saw Mother from 2009, also Bong Joon-ho. So I get the two of them kind of blended together and mixed together, but they're both really phenomenal movies.
Yeah, I don't remember much of Mother. She has like Alzheimer's, or I could have sworn there's something like that.
Her son is special needs.
Yeah.
And I think I want to say there's something like in that regard too, but she's very protective of him.
But yeah, Memories of Murder, if you haven't seen it, really solid. Streaming on Tubi. So the ads definitely ruined some of the tension in that movie, but really, really good for early Bong Joon-ho.
Yeah, Bong Joon-ho, I think he's pretty good.
He's got a career ahead of him, I think. But yeah, that's all I have.
Awesome. Cool. Well, I guess let's
Tyler?
wrap. Yeah, Tyler, you got anything?
No.
Okay, cool. Well,
I'm gay.
Oh, okay.
Well,
hey,
it's Pride Month.
It's Pride Month.
Yeah.
You know what? I haven't made the "and on Pride Month" joke this whole month.
So far.
We're halfway through it. I haven't made it once yet.
Well.
That's okay. Anyways, do you got anything else, Joseph?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. So thank you to our cool ass yard duties over on Patreon. That is Javier, Heather, who's in the chat, Michael, who's in the chat, and Chris, who's going to be over at the house later today. Follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/MCFC. Oops, wait, I'm going into the end spiel. Thank you to our crew yard duties. If you want to support us on the Patreon, you can do so at patreon.com/middleclassfilmclass, or you can just watch the YouTube channel, share with a friend. That would help out a lot. Until next time. Thank you for joining us on this twosome edition, Joseph and I, as we gab and chatter, talk about movies and what we watched this week. Follow us later on in the week if you're on the stream, or if you're not on the stream, or later on today if you're in the chat, as we review The Third Man from 1949. Follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/MCFC podcast, and send us an email, mcfcpodcast@gmail.com.
And follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Middle Class Film Class, and on Twitter at Podcast MCFC.
That's right. Hope you're all safe out there on No King's Day, and we will see you soon if you're in the chat. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Learn what the N-word is right off the bat.
Yeah.
Class dismissed.
I gotta get out of here.
The bell doesn't dismiss you. I dismiss you.
You're free to go.
See you next week.
See you later.
See you later.
That's a wrap.
Great show.